Oh, never mind.
You joke. You joke.
I wanted to burp, but I couldn't summon it.
Okay. You know what? You might as well just kill yourself now.
Alright.
Here we go.
So today's episode will be titled... Well, not titled, but about sitcoms.
Okay.
We're going to talk about sitcoms today. Everything that's good about them, the ones we love,
That sounds good.
what we would score them. Stuff
Oh, like
that.
what would you rate Seinfeld? A dank out of dank kind of thing? What are you doing to me?
What are you doing to me?
do that.
I love you.
God dang.
Alright, so I guess we should start with Seinfeld, since that's like a Granddaddy Mac.
Granddaddy Mac. Alright.
So what would you give Seinfeld?
I would give it a solid 8.
Really? Why?
I mean, like...
What detracts?
So, there's no doubt that it's hilarious, and like characters... With a character like Kramer, it's like it's impossible to not love it. But there are some instances, especially with Elaine, some instances where it's just like... Just not funny at all, and just like... cringy to watch. It's not fun.
I give it a solid 9.8 out of 10.
9.8.
The two detractors are, there are some moments that just leave a bad taste in my mouth.
Yes.
And the ending wasn't that great.
I don't remember how it ended.
They went to jail.
Dang. Oh,
Yeah,
the
just
bystander
yeah.
thing. I know that. I didn't know that was the ending. Wow. Yeah, there's just some parts that are just like dry and unfunny that they tried way too hard on. Okay.
It's kind of like iCarly.
Yeah. You consider iCarly a sitcom, right?
iCarly a sitcom? I don't know. It's a more of a kid show. I mean, but if I were to rate iCarly, I'd give it like a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I would say 6. I was just about to say I'd give it a 6.
Because like a lot of the humor is really really stupid, but Spencer is such a good character, and I like Gibby a lot.
You like Gibby?
Yes.
He got a lot worse after he became like so mean.
After he became like a main
After
character.
he lost a bunch of weight,
Yeah. Oh jeez.
got super tall. Just like Josh Peck, it's just
In
like
the trees. They're in the trees.
they are in the trees. They're
Alright.
literally in the trees.
Everybody loves Raymond. Let's talk about it. Let's hash
See,
it out.
this is hard because I consider Everybody Loves Raymond to be one of the greatest shows of all time.
You gotta be.
But huge but. I'm convinced that if you try and marathon that show, you will go into the most severe state of depression. The most severe.
Like, I have an intense hatred for that show because just Ray gets the worst like
His
situation
mom, the guilt
possible.
trips, his
And
brother.
it makes me so angry.
Everyone's so scummy in that
Everybody
show.
hates him. But even with all that, I would give it like a 6 out of 10.
Only a 6?
It's
Dang.
yeah, just because I hate it that much. Just the rage in me cannot.
Oh wow,
What was that,
Game over.
167?
Yeah. I'd give it one less than Seinfeld. Just
7?
because it doesn't have good survivability in terms of
Yeah,
watching.
Like I could rewatch Seinfeld all day, every day, and it would never get boring for me.
Freaking soup Nazi.
That brings me to Friends,
Here we go. Alright.
one of the most beloved sitcoms ever.
167.
I think once you watch through it once, that's enough.
It does go on a while.
Because the TV stations where we live, or I guess in the US, replay Friends over and over and over and over and over, and it's gotten to the point where I hate it. Like, I cannot stand Friends anymore.
It's true. It is overplayed.
The only thing good I think about Friends is Chandler Bing.
You like Chandler?
Yeah, I love Chandler. Because he's like the only interesting character
I think
to me.
Chandler and Joey saved the show for me.
He's the only interesting
Like, having those two room together in the show is so good. Oh my god.
How?
Okay, I got it. I know what we gotta do.
Oh.
It's misleading. You think that you need to get to a higher love, but you actually have to go down a little bit and get jump momentum.
I would give Friends.
Got it out, you got it.
Give Friends a 7.
You give it a 7?
Yeah,
That's what I gave.
because there's a lot of stupid stuff in it.
That's what I gave.
Everybody
Raymond.
loves Raymond, yeah.
I give Seinfeld an 8. Friends, I would put Friends on Seinfeld tier for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But it has no replayability.
How about this? Seinfeld and Friends, I'll take down to a 7. Raymond, I'll take down to a 6. And a true 8 would be George Lopez.
Really? Okay, we're getting into George Lopez.
Yeah.
So, I think the same thing for George Lopez, that I can't watch it twice for me, just because when I was little, I watched it so much. Like,
I already
it was
have seen it so much.
one of the only sitcoms I watched as a kid, because it was, when I was a kid, it was on at like 8 o'clock at Nick at Night, and that's when I was like chilling,
Yeah.
and I would watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
It was good the first time, you know, all the Mexican jokes. I would give it like a.
George Lopez is just funny. He screams and.
I would give it like. What would I give George Lopez? Because George Lopez has Carmen, and that character is literally my least favorite fictional character of all time.
You like Peggy Hill. More
I
than
like
Carmen.
Peggy Hill more than Carmen, and that's saying something. I'd screw us over.
Yes, I did. That's crazy. I like Carmen, actually.
She is the most entitled, disrespectful, nasty, just bad.
I agree. She is pretty bad.
Oh my god! Oh, the rage. So that give 7.5. I mean 6.5.
Ooh, 6.5.
That's the same thing I gave.
All right,
Raymond.
I'll give George 7.5. Just have it a little bit better than Seinfeld.
I think Seinfeld, like.
No, what? You swayed me. You swayed me. I'll switch Seinfeld and George Lopez.
I thoroughly believe that Seinfeld has like the most enjoyable cast out of every sitcom.
I'll switch Seinfeld and George Lopez. I take it back. I was trying to make a statement, but I'm wrong.
All right, what about Big Bang Theory?
4 out of 10. First season,
It was cool when it first came out.
First season, I would have given it like a solid 7. Like, no joke.
It was alright when it first came out.
But now it's nothing but girls.
It's just exploiting.
Girls.
Like, it's just exploiting nerd culture for a few laughs. Like, it's not embracing nerd culture, but making fun of it. Which is kind of scummy.
So it's the wrong thing. Like, every single line that Sheldon has.
It's ridiculous. His shtick gets really old.
Abhorrible.
Really quickly.
Abhorrible. I had a teacher who was in love with that show.
I would give it a 5.5.
It had so much potential. I guess 5 is good because it's still on the positive.
Yeah.
But it's stagnant. It's
What's
got
a
a lot
really
worse.
bad sitcom to you?
Shoot, what other ones are there?
Full House. We didn't talk about Full House. Full House is like a solid 9.
I don't know, dude.
I think.
Like,
Well,
it's so cheesy.
It's more of a feel good kind of thing.
And like the choice to use Bob Saget.
Bob Saget, it's so funny because
He's
he's
the
such a vulgar
scummiest guy.
comedian.
It's crazy.
It's so cool though. I'd give it a 9, definitely. Just because, like, even if it's so cheesy, that's like what you come to Full House for.
It's got to get a few points just for the catchy theme song.
You know what? I'd take that back. I'd give it an 8.
8 sounds good. I can agree with that for sure. I can put it on Seinfeld tier. What'd you say you give Seinfeld? 9.8.
9.8. Yep.
You gotta
Lost
like
a few
bounce on that guy
points.
and bounce back.
How do you do it? You
You
gotta
gotta
get him.
crush him?
Yeah. That's all you.
Oops.
All right.
I have an idea. I'll take one for the team.
I'll team you for the take.
Dang it, I messed up. Alright, panic. Release.
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 How am I supposed to do this?
I got it, don't worry, I got you. He like fakes you out though, it's kind of... Oh, I thought it would...
do it quick.
There you go, there you go.
There you go. There you go.
Now you just gotta wait right here, bounce off him into the victory
I
loop.
don't really watch any of the modern sitcoms.
Me neither. Like there's shows like Mike and Molly that...
Oh
just,
yeah,
like,
that
that's
turns me
bad.
off extremely.
It's just a show about like
Fat people.
being fat.
Yeah. The Nanny.
The nanny.
I despise the nanny.
I forgot about the nanny.
That's
dude.
like a 4 to me. Like straight up a 4. All the
Straight
characters
up
are
a 4.
obnoxious.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think Fran is like a good staple character. Like she's intentionally ugly, you know?
she's
Like she's a diva.
intentionally obnoxious.
She's a diva, right? But they like they sell her character so well.
I can't. It's a 4.
It's a 4. It's I'd give it a. Just because the plot of the episodes are so bad, I'd probably agree with your 4.
Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince.
I'd 7. 7 for me.
It's try hard, but it's a classic.
It is. It has. It's a very.
That's another show where I just don't like the plot of the episodes. I'd have to give it a 6.
I think some of the emotional episodes on that show are the best. Like,
Oh, yeah?
when it gets emotional, there's something that just like hit you at home. Like the episode about Will's dad being a scumbag. I'd give it a 7.
Alright,
It's pretty good.
I can dig it.
And I love Carlton.
I hate Carlton
You don't like the dance? His face is so ugly.
That's my main problem with Fresh Prince is I don't like any character. Not a
Oh, really?
single one.
Really?
Not a single one.
You don't like Uncle Phil?
No.
Are you kidding me? Uncle Phil's the best. Wish I had an Uncle Phil.
Key and Peele did a great skit about family matters.
Family. We gotta talk about Family Matters. That's a.
Urkel's my boy, dude.
8.5 episode.
8.5? You go 8.5?
I was gonna put 9, but there's too many characters that I don't care for.
Right, exactly.
But still, Urkel and Carl are like the best sitcom duo.
Urkel's so good. But yeah, I should show you the Key and Peele skit because it's actually really funny. It's like a huge conspiracy where like Urkel's basically God.
Oh jeez.
It's funny. It's funny.
We're gonna let this bleed into next episode.
I don't see why not. I don't see why not.
Alright.
Here we go.
Next time, guys.
Urkel is God.